Okay, we're popping back on and we're making this happen. Okay. So once you understand the tidal forces that are pressing in from both left and right channel, you'll see how it's being used, yeah, in a sense against you. Now, also, it's a learning. So once you get here, now you can balance your own self systems out. You're going to realize, oh, wait a minute, autonomy, sovereignty, yeah, it starts to fill in the gaps. Now, I will say this, a lot of our friends on planet Earth, we like to do a lot of work on purging and releasing. And the whole world is getting this now. So, purging and releasing, and then being more considerate when we're touching, right? Okay. So, part of the process with the purging or the releasing, remember that all that was stored up in the center, from the center channel out to these other sides of the body, and you actually are existent in planes down the center, and these can be read. Okay, so you're you need to know that when you release something out, when it's finally been done between here and here, okay, when you release it out, it needs to you've created a vacuum space where that once was. And now what we need to do is immediately backfill it with the love. Okay. Now, this should be a plan going in. When you're doing your releases and you're letting things go and trusting again and having faith again, you're going to then just simply already have a plan of how to bring in the backfill. Because if you don't, what will happen is you'll have a void. And that if you sit with that void too long, which you've already been sitting with, the whole problem, in releasing it, you're going to then bring possibly in more problems. Okay, so we want to just learn how to move energy out and how to bring it back in to ourselves. So I pictured, actually, I had an image listening to one of my channels the other day on YouTube, and which I find very helpful to have vetted specifically channels that I go to for specific information points. So I can go, all right, bring it all together, because that's the mystery school. All right. But I was like, oh my gosh, I see an altar. I see actually a sacred altar where many are gathering and they're bringing in their fruits in baskets, and it's like full, and it's like incense is burning, and it's not one facing altar, it's kind of like in a round, so you can come in from any angle to do this process. But the main point was that because when you are going to do a work to let something go or to do a deeper work at an altar, all right, you want to actually come loaded with a basket full of fruit. Okay, it's an offering to yourself as you go to the facing, which we call the altar. This is a facing, so that you can let something go. Now, a lot of our, from hippie Deville all the way to our New Agers and our New Earthers now, we got combos of all these kind of personality and character types, but all coming in together, something together. Now, they would, it could be anything that you would be bringing, but this is your backfill. You're saying that as I close something up and release it, I am whole and full of abundance. Wow, right? Okay. Uh huh. Okay, so we invert that which has been inverted. All right. So imagine you're coming to the mirror. It might be called the altar. All right. The altar of yourself. And you want to already be coming in with an abundance to leave, as an abundance as your backfill, because you got it now. You now know the process and how acute it is in the moment for how you walk away from that reflection. Hmm. All right. Maybe I can get a little clearer on this. Felt a little channeling. All right. This Plato and Socrates and Aristotle, when in flow, they come in, but they drop in with info as I'm in flow and I'm fully trusting. So it's like I'm learning how to navigate this transmission better for us all. These parts are the builders and the questioners for the building properly. All right. So we get the refined movement with those three figures. That's what I'm doing, I guess, in life. All right. Well, this is GP3, and I wanted to give you a quickie. And I've got some material that I'm going to be posting up on YouTube here shortly. I've just been going into a little bit on the 7 principles to get to correspondence. We're going to move out of the call to remember. Never. All right. The call to remember is remembering all things all the time. All right. And because of the open channel, you're able to actually access all of it all the time. Yeah, get to the open channel. Right? Okay. Yeah, yeah. Consider yourself a channel. Information can't get in if it's clogged. And it's going to go all the way up and down the structures to test out the human thought process. So to bring it into creation, right? Okay, here we are. All right, I love you. Thanks for joining up on Soul Searching with GP3. And hey, check it out. I think we're going to go through some renovations, man. We're adding more people seeing the value, and they want to get on board with having conversation. That was what this timeline was all about. The mystery schools on getting online, but with new order, if you will. They've ordered up the cognitive understanding of all aspects more so now. And so we have a finer line of movement, and it feels a lot better. So in the light that's wafting and in the day that's breezing, let us go into the night and into the good light of day. Steezing. Okay, that's all right. You're with GP3 on Soul Searching. We'll see you soon.